Good afternoon, Liberty-Benton staff. Hope everybody's doing well on this Friday, March 27th. Hard to believe it's been 2 weeks since I've seen some of you, and hope everyone's doing well. Remember, I said that the most important thing during this time was to take care of yourself and your family. I hope you've got to spend some time with your family during this school closure. I know I've had some opportunities. My son and I have actually enjoyed some time together and sat down in the evening and ate dinner together. And I can't even remember the last time we did that. He's now 23 years old. And we've had an opportunity to connect on some, catching up on some old HBO series and everything. So, it's just been an unprecedented time, but try to take advantage of it. And it's those little things that'll get us through this period. I do have some announcements today. So when I left you 2 Fridays ago on the 13th, I said there were so many unknowns and so many questions, and the number one answer was, I don't know. Well, we do know about a few things with House Bill 197 that Governor DeWine signed into effect yesterday. So I just want to read you a couple things if you haven't heard already, and a couple things that we do know. First thing, and probably one of the most important things, we did not know if this online learning was going to count towards our required hours. It is now. There will not be any makeup days. We will be done May 29th, 2020. No matter how long that this lasts, if we come back on April 7th, remains to be seen. I'll address that in a second. So anything that we have been doing as far as learning goes does count for us. So we do know that. That was an unknown on March 13th. The second thing, and I think everybody probably does know this, but I would like to say it from my own lips, they have canceled state testing for this year, and that includes any alternate assessments that have not been completed at this time. So our spring testing is now canceled. Another thing that was in House Bill 197, it also has to do with the Ed Choice. And if you've been following the Ed Choice voucher system, and this doesn't affect us yet, but it affects some of our county schools, where students, if your school was not meeting a certain performance indicator, the student could receive a voucher, and the home district would have to pay for the student to attend another district. That is suspended for a year. It's a great thing for all public schools in Ohio. So if you get a chance, read up on the Ed Choice and the voucher system that is in effect if you have nothing else to do. Also, in House Bill 197, it gives districts a leeway, quote unquote, in determining if a student met the graduation requirements for this year. So we'll be collaborating with high school administration, teachers, guidance counselor Tracy, and determining those students who were on the cusp of some requirements that they had to complete yet in order to graduate. But it gives us local control, which is a good thing. So those are some things from House Bill 197 that dropped yesterday. There's going to be several legislation. There's going to be MOUs between our 3 unions and the district, I'm sure, as this all unfolds. So we're in a wait and see pattern right now. Another thing that came out yesterday, and this has to deal with the Ohio High School Athletic Association, was the cancellation of the winter sports tournaments: basketball, boys and girls, hockey, and wrestling. We did have a competitor who made the state meet, Nathaniel DeRay, who unfortunately will not get to compete this year in that. I'd like to congratulate Coach Marzek and Nathaniel on wonderful seasons. If you get a chance, drop them an email or a message somehow and congratulate them. Very unfortunate that this happened. Very unprecedented. It's only happened one other time, and during World War II, they canceled cross country. So again, get a chance, reach out to those two individuals. I know you've heard it several times. Today is the end of our third 9 weeks. Hard to believe. I hope that we've been communicating with our students for any missing assignments. I did see communications from some of the building administrators. Obviously, grades are due on Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. For our third 9 weeks. You know, this point in time, third to fourth 9 weeks, we've already started working on our budgets for next year. So I urge you, as if you had some things that you were looking at, to reach out to your building administrator or your direct supervisor with some of those ideas. We'll be looking very closely at those budgets. There has been communication through our Superintendents Association, our Treasurers Association, that we can be expecting a reduction in state funding to public schools. This will not go without repercussions for next year and years to come. So we're going to need to be very prudent in our spending. And this isn't to scare anybody in any way. It's just I want to make people aware of the fact what could be coming. Again, there's not been any legislation on that yet. So please, if you have something that you are looking at, please get with your building administrator as soon as possible. If you have not done so, cancel all leaves through Monday, April 6th. So we initially said the 3rd, cancel them through Monday, April 6th. According to the governor's order, it is not lifted till 11:59 p.m. on April 6th. So I'm assuming we will not be in session on April 6th. So let's talk a little bit about that week. That week, April 6th through the 10th, we were off on Friday anyway, the 10th. That was Good Friday. So that week is quote-unquote Easter week, if you will, a spring break for some. We obviously were looking at a break on a Friday and a Monday and working with our school calendar. So we're going to change things up a little bit. If we are not in session, okay, if we are not in session back in on April 7th, that week we're only going to do one lesson with our students instead of the 3 that we've been doing. That gives us a little bit of a break that week, an Easter break, quote unquote, if you will. We are only going to do one lesson that week. That's either one packet for those of you that are doing paper packets with some of our grade levels, but that is one lesson per subject area that week. So I appreciate everything that everyone has done. This has just been different. I'm not across the T and dot the I kind of guy. I like to get out and see people and just build those relationships. This has been tough for me personally. I appreciate everything that everybody has done up until this point in time. Everybody's getting 1% better at technology. We've had some shining stars, and everybody here are 175 plus employees. That's one of the factors that makes Liberty-Benton local schools a great place to work, to live, and to play. So I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, and hope everything is going well for you. If you need anything, do not hesitate to text or call me, 419-889-5463. Email me, direct message me on Facebook, on Twitter, and if I can help in any way. I want to thank you. Our district administration thanks you. Our board members the other night were, they were speaking from the heart as parents, 4 of them. And they really had nothing but praise to say for what's going on and how we're handling this as a district. We have several unknowns yet. Prom, graduation, we can go down the list. I did let everybody know that we are going to have some type of graduation. Don't know when it's going to be, how it's going to be, where it's going to be held, but our seniors will have that moment. We will make darn sure of it. And we're just going to play things by ear, very fluid situation as we move through. I did want to let you know some of those things that will affect us in House Bill 197, and as more information becomes concrete, we will pass that on to you. I think our building administrators are doing a super job in communicating with you on a daily basis. And if you need anything, do not hesitate to call, text, message, email at any point in time. I'm proud to be your superintendent. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Go get 1% better somehow. And most importantly, as always, go Eagles.